Day 469, Art Meditation, August 25th, 2025. Frozen strawberry, matcha, chia, yogurt clusters, and new inner openings. My latest dessert for my sweets page is the frozen strawberry chia yogurt cluster dipped in white chocolate and green matcha powder. I swear, working in the kitchen is one of the ways I stay sane. This is something I can make while my wrist, hand, arm is still healing. I'm so grateful that my mother taught me how to work in the kitchen, how to love working in the kitchen. I love not having a white sugar crush. I love that even if I have 2 of these clusters, it's not as bad as my body having a half a pound of peanut M&Ms or something worse, even with this white chocolate. The ingredients are Greek yogurt, plain, organic strawberries. Thank you to the immigrants for your work and for even wanting to come to this imperfect country. Chia seeds dipped in white chocolate and green matcha powder. After the clusters thaw into a cool temp, they're unbelievably delicious. My next version included pomegranate seeds too, but it didn't create the same kind of blending. So the green color is a little unfortunate. But since the contents are always more important than the look of the thing, it's the perfect soulful metaphor. There were 2 things I wanted to complete before I visit my parents, family, and friends in Pennsylvania. Finish writing my tree ring art film and write 1 cover letter. And they, yet again, didn't get done. But what did happen is more important: new openings. I see that I am learning how to be less hard on myself, knowing that both G and my families want proof of our abundance, which is not the same thing as this lovely thing about coming home to our heart spaces and feeling that abundance. I love that more of us are expressing what this inner bubble feels like to counter all of the useless logic out there. B, out of the blue, I found my answer for what I am doing for my tree ring art film. It was kind of in front of me the whole time. In hindsight, maybe the reason the other writings never worked for me is that this answer was waiting to be noticed by me. Yesterday it just clicked. It's true then, the best answers come completely effortlessly, but my mind ego is constantly pushing. I love that I can allow myself to be more relaxed for my trip. C, yesterday I spent most of the day rewatching the Brené Brown TED Talk videos on vulnerability and shame, and every other video I could find, especially her talk at Adobe 99U, since Adobe are the intuitive and logical software programs I have been using ever since I taught myself graphic design 30 years now. I started reading her books a few years before I moved back to the West Coast for a second time, about 13 years ago, before this All Lines Are Beautiful journey began. I was reading Daring Greatly when I made the decision to move again. I know that I needed this long to be able to trust myself and to stop going to Brené Brown for answers. D, again, with the theme of our true calling being effortless, the ideas that Brené Brown talks about, courage and vulnerability and innovation and creativity, it's why we are creative. It's why I am creative. Another thing that just clicked, bigger than that, it's the why of our humanity. And again, it was in front of me all these years. We aren't taught how to wait for the inner clicks and shifts. I'm just so grateful. Now I have a clear path forward for my 2 projects. When I'm home again, I'll probably need a second arm surgery, so the rest of the year will not be hugely productive creatively. But I just want to document my inner heart workings now and my mind. Love, Anne.